Yeah, that's the same night that we passed out. Well, I passed out standing up at the strip club. And,
right, yeah. Well, I obviously remember that, but see, I don't even remember the frat boys wanting to kill you or us or whatever, but I do remember the Larry Z chant because it was non-fucking stop Larry Z the entire way. And do you even remember who he was wrestling? You were really wasted.
He was maybe managing. He maybe wasn't even in the match. I can't remember.
No. He was in a match. It was him against somebody else in it, and that was like his last match on TNA that I remember.
Maybe was that the Raven? No, because I think Raven was in a 4-way with Abyss or Samoa Joe at the time or something like that.
See, this is what I was saying. This is what I was saying, though. It doesn't even matter. Larry Z was in the match. The guy who's wrestling, you don't even remember now. You know what I mean? That's the sad thing about it. And Larry Z's right. You know?
Vision of history will have you believe that the AWA folded because Vern was behind the times and didn't have money and couldn't get good talent. When in reality, Larry Z single-handedly imploded the entire company. And if you'll take note, every place that Larry Z has worked for just about has closed up at some point in time. It's once he's there and people see what a real man amongst men is like, it pretty much kills the territory, kills the promotion. TNA, in order to survive, had to cut him loose because he's making all their other guys look so bad.
I mean, that's your champion, isn't it? I mean, this guy, Larry Z, is like your number one guy, isn't he?
He's pretty much he's it, Daddy. I mean,
he's it. That's Daddy.
You take a guy like Hogan, billed at 6'9", 303 pounds from Venice Beach, California, and he's got all the pageantry and stuff, and even a Bruno who had more of a natural physique and big guy. Larry didn't have that going for him, and he was the Piper before Piper ever was there. When I was a kid, Randy Savage is the one that would stall and run out of the ring and run around, and it would piss me off so much, and I couldn't believe it. And then when I saw Larry, I realized, man, Savage must have had a huge Zbyszko mark because he Savage was a master at it, but I think Larry really, he dwarfs everyone in talent, pure talent.
Let me take a Skype call and see what the Skypes are thinking. What is the Skype thinking? Skype, you're on. Or whatever, 111. I mean, that's what it comes up when I call a Skype call. So I don't know. But I hear a humanoid there, don't you, Valence Chick?
I think it's just heavy breathing. I think it's Chasing Grant jerking off into the phone or something.
It sounded like Chasen and Scott Hall were having a good time back in the background, didn't it? Sounded like they were fucked up.
Now back. Okay, let me back up now to the beginning of the show real quick. I just want to put this out there. Silence Jack did not lose the mustache competition. What happened, obviously, they let the crowd decide who won. And you were there, Sensei. Without a shadow of a doubt, I had the biggest reaction. It was just all boos. And anytime you let people vote, anytime you give people an option or a choice, well, the majority of people are idiots, and they don't know what they want. They don't know what's good for them, and they're going to choose wrong if given an option. And that's what happened. That's how Black Hogan from Larry Z's old stomping grounds from Minnesota there, that's how he pulled off the victory. To be honest, 13 hours on a Greyhound bus, yeah, sure. I think he could have bought the ringside tickets for less than it cost him to even get down here. But, no.
I think he wanted. I just think he wanted to fucking win, punk you out, and fucking.
I'm the bigger man here. I'm the one that had Hulk Hogan shaved into my back, and I'm the one that was on the news. I'm the one that was on the website. Black Hogan is like the Eugene character. It's the simpletons. The humanoids, it's what they like, what they're into. I'm the Larry Z.
You were the Larry Z. You absolutely were the most hated guy in the place, that's for sure. And, hey, you worked the crowd. You totally, they hated you. They did hate you. You stalled on the crowd. You gave him the Hogan ear when they were booing you. You were totally the Zbyszko Piper type, Rick Rude type guy, man. You were the best. You were the best. I liked it. There's nobody that was laughing harder than me.
When Hogan and Jimmy Hart exited the stage, I don't think you caught this on video, but I walked down right behind them, and they're slapping the fans' hands, and I'm right behind them slapping their hands, and you should have saw the looks on their faces when they realized that in horror that they just slapped my hand. They looked like they had been raped and molested. like they're like, oh my God, I'm on top of the world. I hit Hawk's hand. I hit Jimmy Hart's hand, and then here I come. And they're like, oh my God. It looked like I showed them a box full of turds. Like they were trying to pull their hands away and wipe them off, and it's like, yeah, I think I was actually a little above the Hawkster. I think he's lost his step.
Yeah, listen, he obviously, on the video, you can see the video on YouTube, Aweswome Bomb Radio. Just look it up. You can see the video, Violence Jack at the Foo Fest. You can see it. The Hulkster was completely blown away by your back hair foo that you so precisely shaved into your voluminous back hair. You shaved the Hulkster's face. He was blown away. I think he would have given it to you if the crowd wouldn't have hated you so much.
Yeah, well, and I understand he can't, lose points to the crowd. He's sucking up to them, and that's the thing that he's always been doing, though. You'll hear Jesse Ventura talk about it. He's always politicking and doing what's good for Hogan. What's good for the business isn't always in his trajectory. You see this TNA thing, it's really starting to take off. You get Hogan there, all eyes are on TNA, and now all eyes are shifting to being on Hogan, whether people want it or not. Jeremy Borash is a little weaselly yes man. You see him, blatantly steal my ideas, run back to Dixie, and then they hook up with AAA right after that. They're going to execute it all wrong, though. That's the thing that they don't get. They're never going to get ahead without Violence Jack, and I think I'm holding out from here on out.
Well, they did totally fuck you, realistically. They didn't give you your just due. I think that they take your ideas and they don't tell you anything. I think there's a lawsuit in this one, Violence Jack. Maybe you get in there.
And unfortunately, you have the camera prowess of some of the TNA production crew where you missed some of the high spots. But you missed me slapping hands with the crowd that were just disgusted. And then you also missed, you got me meeting JB, but when JB came back out and was walking away and in his own world, and, I healed him and was like, see you, JB. And he turned around and waved at me and they got pinned off the face. I stood around.
Listen, I'll tell you what, though. The videotaped prowess that I do have did catch you talking about AAA, Global Explosion, that kind of thing. And I think 2 days later, they announced the whole thing. That's grounds for a lawsuit. Come on.
Well,
I have it on videotape. It's obvious when I uploaded it, everything.
I'm not somebody. Here's the deal, Daddy. I'm not somebody that runs to the cops. I'm not somebody that runs to lawyers. There's not going to be a lawsuit if they can benefit from my ideas. The thing that I'm upset about is that they're going to fuck it up without me there overseeing it. And I don't even have to be in front of the crowd. I'm not Bubba the Love Sponge. I'm not in it for me. I'm not the Hulk Hogan. They can make Hogan the face, make me the brains, and then you got a winning formula. But in this current state, Larry Zbyszko could stall for about 15 minutes longer than any TV match on TNA goes. Those matches are like 2.5 minutes long. Larry Z would stall for 10 times that. You could have the Larry Zbyszko Power Hour, and some people would think it's boring, but they're still going to watch, and they're still going to be livid, and they're going to buy tickets to the arena. And yep.
No, nobody would be bored by it. That stalling was great because those crowds, I don't know if the crowd would react the same way nowadays as they did back then, but my God, man, when he would stall, the old women in the crowd would flip their shit, it looked like they might actually commit suicide.